And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello there, my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today, we are going to be skillful ninjas, tiptoeing around houses trying to loot them. In Ninja Dice from Greenbrier Games, it's 2 to 5 players, plays in about 20 to 25 minutes. It's got a press your luck element, it's got a spatial element to where the dice land. We're going to be trying to get into houses. We're going to be trying to get past some challenges, get past some guards, get past some residents to loot the house. And we'll show you how it's played, and I'll see you on the other side. Ninja Dice comes in this nice, cool little case here that you unzip, and all the dice sort of stuff and everything gets held in here. It's a cool little storage case. Of course, that's a cool little thing there. So here we have a bunch of plastic coins with different amounts of copper, gold, and silver, which are, thank God this wasn't paper money. This looks kind of cool. We have some house dice that you'll be trying to beat challenges of when you're the ninja. We have the ninja skill dice here, and we have some threat dice here. Let's tell you how the game works and how a turn goes. The game's gonna be played over 3 rounds. Each round, each player is gonna have a chance to beat the challenges of the house. Once everyone's had a turn, there'll be a second round, which will add a dice to the house. Everyone will have a turn, and then on the last third round, everybody will have to have 6 dice to go up against. Let's tell you how a turn works. So one player will be the starting ninja. The player to their right will roll these house dice that we were just talking about. This is the challenge that the current player, the current ninja, is going to have to fight. Now there's a few different things that you can fight here. Essentially we have locks, we have residents, and we have guards. And of course some of these can be double. So you see a double resident, and we have double guards as well. So depending on what we see there, let's just say we rolled that, that's going to be what the ninja is currently fighting for. Now the ninja is going to have these skill dice to help try to fight the house challenge. There's also going to be these threat dice. All the other players that are not the ninja for this specific turn is going to take one of these threat dice out. Let's say there's 3 other opposite people. There's 4 people playing, 1 ninja, 3 other people. They take these threat dice. Each person is going to take one of these threat dice that's not the ninja. The ninja will take all these, and he'll basically get ready to roll these dice. And basically they'll say, ninjas, ready, roll. And not only will they roll, but the people with the different threat dice will roll as well. Now, first of all, on these threat dice, you'll see, now starting with the player to the right of the ninja, the one that rolled these house dice, and going counterclockwise, they will get to resolve their threat die. So let's say the person to the right hand was orange. This has an arrow, and notice this has a line on it. The interesting thing about this game is, depending on where the die rolled, different things can happen. Anything this side or even touching this side of the die, the orange player, whoever rolled the orange die, can steal 1 coin from any of the ninjas that this die is in front of, as long as they don't have a catch. So for example, the green has a catch symbol here, so he cannot be stolen from. The blue could be stolen from because he's this way of this die. And actually the ninja could be stolen because on his ninja die, he does not have a catch. Some of the ninja dice actually have catches on them like that. If he had even 1 catch anywhere, he would not be able to get stolen from. So this person could steal from them, and then neither of these people could steal, so then that would be the end of sort of the threat part of the turn. And then the ninja would try to get the challenge. Now, this hourglass will go up top. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Let's see the ninja dice and what they might be able to do. So we have the dice here. Now we have a lock, and what can beat a lock is a lock pick. So we can put that die there. These are residents, and this is a guard. What can beat either of these? This is a sneak, and a sneak can beat the guard, or it can beat the resident. Same for the fighting. This is fight. So it has the Chinese star. The fight could beat this, or it could beat this. Now, if I'm trying to beat more than 1, they all have to be the same. So if I was going to beat all 3 of these, they'd either all 3 have to be this one here, or they'd all 3 have to be the fight. So in this case, let's just say I did the sneak here, and the catch does me no good, and maybe I just leave the fight there for now, or I could decide to roll. Let's decide to re-roll. So at this point, I can I got 2 choices. One, I can stop now and take $1 for each. Basically one loot, 1 coin for each one of these that I've beaten, which is just 2. I would have gotten 2 coins. Or I can press my luck and try to continue to re-roll these dice. Now, the press your luck aspect comes in because now there's 1 hourglass here. Now, when I get ready to re-roll, there's still 3 of these threat dice out. Starting with the person to my right again, they each, in order, clockwise, would take one of these threat dice. So there'd be 3 more threat dice out there, again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these 3 to roll, but these people are going to be able to roll the threat dice too, and they might be stealing from me, or they might get hourglasses. If at any point there's 4 hourglasses that come up, my turn's over and I get nothing. So that is sort of the press your luck. So I might say, I might roll another die like this. Ninja's ready, roll, and everyone had rolled the dice, and we could see what might have happened here. Now the orange player was the closest to my right, and they're going to have an hourglass. Then let's say it was green. Well, green can steal either from the ninja or the red player there, and maybe he steals from them. And then the red player can steal from either the green or the ninja, and there's a lot of stealing going on. And then this goes up there, and then we'll see what my dice could do. Ooh, I actually rolled 3 wilds here. This is a wild. So really cool is I could say these 3 are going to be sneaks, and they're going to beat these 3, and I actually would have just beaten this challenge. And when you beat a challenge completely, you'd get 1 point for each, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'd also get 1 coin for each, 4 of them. You'd get 1 extra coin for beating all of them. And then if you did not fight, meaning you did not need to use the Chinese star, you get an extra coin. So in this case, because I didn't fight, and because I got them all down, I'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 extra for not using the fight, and 1 extra for completing it. And so I'd get 6 coin, and then the next player would be the ninja. I'd be the player rolling the black house dice for them. Now the last few things on the dice that you can do here, one of these is a fortune, and it's similar to the attack that you saw. Let's say when I was rolling, I rolled something like this. Now again, just like before, this line here, anything over here can be multiplied. The fortune multiplies anything by 4. So like, for example, if I had 4 locks that had come up on the roll for the house that I had to beat, and I had rolled this 4 locks could beat the whole thing. So the fortune dice are good because sometimes you'll want to re-roll just some of the dice. Sometimes you might have dice already locked in and you're like, well, let me re-roll a couple of these. Maybe I can get a fortune and blow it completely open. So that's how a turn works. And then it would pass to the next player. Once every player has had a turn, we then go to another round and we would add another dice to be rolled. And in the 3rd round, after everyone's taken 1 turn, we do another one. After 3 rounds, pretty much every ninja's had 3 turns of pressing their luck trying to beat the house. Whoever has the most money at the end is the winner. All right, well, there is Ninja Dice. So what do I think? Well, there's some other dice rolling games that have come out recently, press your luck types. Last year, there was one that came out that was called Dungeon Roll. And one of the big problems or things that people didn't like about that is that there was a lot of idle time, downtime for the people that were not rolling. And this game really kind of designed around that problem, I guess you'd say, with the threat dice. So when the ninja's rolling his dice and the threat dice are rolled, having those people part of the game pretty much solves that problem. At least for me it did. For that downtime when somebody else is re-rolling and trying to press their luck and trying to get their thing, I'm actually involved because I kind of want them to re-roll so I can roll my threat dice and steal from them or somebody else. In fact, the last game we played, somebody else was rolling the dice, and it really was coming down to 2 other people rolling the threat dice, trying to steal from back and forth from each other because they were in the lead by a few. And that's actually what ended up winning the game. It wasn't even what the guy was doing because he didn't end up winning. It was the other 2 people. And I thought that's probably it is probably the best part of this game. It's what really makes it unique and different from all the other games. And I really like that aspect of it. And what about the game as a whole? As a game, it's okay. I would probably recommend this for families with kids. They would probably find it more fun and engaging, at least for us, a bunch of adults sitting around rolling the dice and stuff. It didn't really grab us like, whoa, we've got to play this again, let's play it again, or this is going to be, one of the mainstays that we always pull out for dice game. There's a lot of dice games out there, there's a lot of competition. Will I bring this out instead of Dungeon Roll? Sure, but will I bring this out instead of King of Tokyo, or even Dice Town and Desperados that just came out, or Viva Java, the copy game of the dice game, which I recently reviewed? No, it's not on that level of game of depth, but I'm not sure it was really designed to be. So I don't want to really push on it too hard there, but it's not one that's going to come out a lot. But if you do have children, this might be one that's simple enough for them to like to get into the theme and to play with the kids. But it's not something that grown adult gamers are probably going to pull off the shelf again and again. But I do give them props for that spatial element, which was new to me at least, and it did give the game a flair, a unique ability, and did make it one in its own. This is Ninja Dice.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.